Hey, it's a bit of a rainy day here out on the farm today, and we're going to use this time to transplant our capsicum tube stock, but of course we need some trellising in place to do that. So we're going to show you today how we created trellising similar to what you see behind us here, using some materials that we have readily available here in Australia, so that you can get some inspiration on how this might work on your plant farm or backyard. So my name's Paul, I'm from A Bit Greener Farms, and as I mentioned, we're here on the Sunshine Coast farm here in Queensland, Australia. So to get started, we just want to run you through, you've probably seen a lot of the trellising YouTube videos that are out there. We do things a little bit differently, mainly because we have different materials that we use. So first of all, in terms of our posts, these are called star pickets. Obvious reason, they're shaped like a star. I think they're called T-posts over in America. Same deal, solid steel, and we just got some. It's used for fencing in outback Queensland or outback Australia a lot, but great for on the farm as well. We get these in 2.1 meter lengths, so what's that? Probably about 9 foot, and that gives us enough room to dig into the ground enough to support our posts. So we run these, you see behind us here, from the bottom up to the top, they're about 1.6 meters out of the ground. I don't know, 7 foot, guess. No, 5 foot. Sorry, my conversions aren't too good. Now to do that, we also have in terms of the runners or the spans between the two posts here, we needed to use something a little bit different. We had to look around at what we had readily available. We like to reuse, I suppose, excess materials that other people just have lying around. And we started looking at, could we get these sorts of galvanized poles, metal poles, to run across the top. But these are actually quite expensive to buy, and that obviously wasn't what we were looking for. So we did find this sort of material. Now it's used in construction, and it's often put on the ceilings. These are screwed through, and the drywall or gyprock's kind of screwed to the bottom of that. So they come in really long lengths, and that's actually what we've used behind here. And these are probably about a 4 or 5 meter span between poles, so they're quite strong. And what we've done, we've doubled them up like this, and we just screwed them through, just with some metal screws through the top and the bottom, and that's like super strong. So that's what we've done, and we did that because we had some excess material lying around from actually a building site. So that worked really well for us. So make sure you have a look around your area and just see what you have around. If it's a small span, you could actually even use these posts. So you can imagine you have your poles like this, and you could have these posts on top in this way as well. So these can come in long lengths, like 2.1 meter lengths. So if you only have a small span to do, like 2 meters, that would work for you as well. Now, because of course they have holes in them, then you could just connect this through like that and just run some wire around those to hold them in place. So that would work really well, or a bolt if you have a bolt, even better. So what we did, of course, I mentioned that we used this profile. Now we needed to have a way to connect that to the post. Now, because this is kind of custom, we 3D printed off, we designed and 3D printed these, and we'll attach the file in the video just in case you find them useful as well. So the idea is that goes on like that, and then because of that profile matches that profile, we're able to slot them together like that, and that forms how we're going to put the trellis together. So it's really quite a simple process. We of course painted those as well, just so that they look nice. We like to have our farm looking nice as well. So we'll show you how we ran through this. We'll fast forward it, of course, because it took a little bit of time, but not too much. So it's a nice and sturdy system. We hope that you find this encouraging. As I say, look around, see what material you have available. You could always go out to building sites and approach some builders. They sometimes have excess material because it's kind of hard to get the exact numbers. So approach those, and a slab of beer always goes a long way with builders and tradies, so that's my little tip. Take some beer with you, and I'll bend over backwards sometimes to help you out. So please make sure you support us, subscribe, all the drill. It really helps our channel produce some more content like this. One trellis probably only took about 10 or 15 minutes. We did secure it together, those 2 lengths of metal, just with some normal metal screws, readily available at the hardware shop. And we will put some cable ties just around those brackets on those posts, just in case there's some really strong winds, but generally a lot of the force is straight down anyway once the plants get established. So please make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, because it really does help us out. We are a new channel, and the more subscribers we get, it'll just make us be able to produce a lot more of this content for you, so that you can become learn from our mistakes, learn from the things that is working for us, and particularly around the Australian climate as well. There's not too many of these videos around, so what works in Australia, how to do things in Australia. So subscribe if you haven't done so already. Anyway, have a great day. We will see you next time, and look forward to creating some more content for you. Bye now.